The year I graduated from vocational school, my father had a stroke and became ill. Later, due to the side effects of his medication, he had to undergo dialysis. So at that time, 3 days a week, I had to drive him to Canggung Hospital for dialysis. Back and forth like this, I don't even remember how long that went on. During that process, I realized how helpless it feels to be sick. So at that time, I developed a belief that prevention is better than cure, because I didn't want to end up like my father. So in 1996, I joined and started practicing qigong under my brother's recommendation. I remember I was 27, still very young. My physical condition was actually very good. I exercised regularly back then, and I loved playing badminton. I hoped that through exercise and qigong practice, I could stay healthy and free from illness. A few years ago, during a routine checkup, they found something abnormal in my right breast. When I went for examinations, the doctors said everything was fine, but I still felt something wasn't right. I often felt tightness in my chest, so I underwent a biopsy. That year, I was 45. It was really hard for me to accept that I had this kind of illness. Fortunately, by then, I had already started practicing qigong. Throughout the treatment process, I strengthened my body first before entering the hospital for treatment. Qigong practice helped me calm my body and mind. After the pandemic, I noticed some changes in my body. My spine was pressing on my legs. I could barely walk, and I couldn't even bend. After getting checked, I learned that my illness had returned, so my spine is no longer in a normal shape. And my height? People say you get shorter as you get older. It's true because I've actually shrunk by 10 centimeters. The doctor told me I could take targeted therapy medication, but because of my condition, it didn't qualify for national health insurance coverage. So the doctor said I'd have to pay for it myself. Each pill costs over 115 Canadian dollars. So every month I had to pay out of pocket around 30 Canadian dollars in copays and nearly 460 Canadian dollars in medicine alone per month. So facing a relapse at that time and dealing with financial pressure was mentally and emotionally stressful. But practicing qigong here really helped me find inner peace. The energy here is very positive. It helps me stop overthinking. So looking back, I'm really glad I've been practicing. It has helped me a lot, especially through this difficult journey. I often practice to quiet my mind, to stabilize my emotions, and to release my stress. It helps me face challenges with calmness. Gradually, my condition began to improve. But through this illness, I came to realize that even being sick can be a more positive experience. I think that's because through our practice, we constantly strengthen our body's inner energy. This energy field supports us both inside and out. That's why throughout this process, I didn't feel as much suffering as I could have. I'm truly grateful. Shifu has said many things to us. 2 sentences in particular stayed with me. Because of the past, we have the present. When you calm your mind, the answers will come. These 2 teachings guided me deeply when I was struggling through my illness. I rarely got angry growing up. I almost never argued with others, so I always thought I had a good temper. But when I joined, Shifu said we all need to improve our temper. I thought to myself, but I already have a good temper. He must be talking about someone else, not me. After years of practice, I began to understand that what Shifu meant by changing temper was much deeper than I thought. It's something profound. I realized that holding in anger is also a bad temper. When I reflected on myself, I noticed that I was someone who often bottled up emotions. I kept many things inside my heart. So I thought to myself, maybe because of this. That's why I became sick. That was the reason I found for myself. After getting sick, I learned to reflect even more deeply. I learned gratitude, and I learned to let go. It sounds simple, but when you face it in real life, it's easy to fall back into old habits. You start feeling thankful for many things and many people, because everything that shaped who you are today isn't just about yourself. Throughout this journey with illness, my family, fellow brothers and sisters here, and my colleagues, Everyone gave me positive energy. This big family is truly wonderful. My shufu taught me a kind of kung fu, the kung fu to change one's destiny. And today, I feel so fortunate to have joined. So I believe this kung fu should be shared with those who are destined. May they also have the chance to learn it.